Good morning or afternoon or whenever you are joining us. Today's word for our meditation time is acceptance. And the word acceptance has a lot of connotation kind of built around it. Oftentimes we think about just accepting things that are out of our control, hunkering down and just pushing through. But that's not the kind of acceptance that I want us to focus on this morning. It's so appropriate that the quote that I chose for today is by one of the most precious souls of our time, who took his final breaths yesterday and made his journey onto however he defines his next world. Thich Nhat Hanh not only was a practicing meditation teacher, but a beautiful example of the yoga lifestyle. All of those same incredible tenets of what Buddhism and Christianity and all these other faiths represent. His life reflected love and joy and kindness and patience. And so this morning's quote about acceptance, I hope, is a beautiful tribute to the man, but even more to the human that he was. So let's get comfortable for these few minutes that we have. Just settle yourself in, gently begin to close your eyes and find your rhythm of breath. And our word is acceptance. And Thich Nhat Hanh says that to achieve acceptance, we need to start embracing the present moment and the beautiful miracles that exist around us. So as you're seated right there in your room, office, your car, wherever you are listening to this, I want you just to open your eyes for a second and take it all in. Look for something beautiful. Even if you're in your car and you're surrounded by traffic and you're in a parking lot, just find something, the blue of the sky, the color of a leaf or a flower that you see. If you're in your home, maybe you pause at the photograph of someone that is precious to you, or a wonderful reminder of a trip that you've taken, or just the feeling of the air around you. So take it in right here in this present moment, the beautiful miracles that exist around us. And then gently close your eyes again. Because he goes on to say after, to achieve acceptance, we need to start embracing the present moment and the beautiful miracles that exist around us. But then he goes on to tell us what's going to happen. He says, when we are mindful and deeply in touch with this present moment, our understanding of what is going on deepens, and we begin to be filled with acceptance that leads to joy and peace and love. And so I first want just to validate that he, like us, lived in a very busy and confusing and noisy contemporary world. So he's not like one of these ancient sages who had a very different existence and environment to navigate. He lived in this 21st century. He walked his path through a pandemic. He saw hurting people and he felt pain within himself. So I want to validate that for each of us. We live in a very busy and noisy and contemporary world. We are walking still through the effects of a global pandemic. We see fear and uncertainty around us every day. But what he tells us is that as we begin to accept this present moment, to grow mindful of this moment, our understanding of what is really happening will begin to deepen. We won't be pulled away by some social media feed. We won't be taken in by the negativity of someone around us. We won't feel like we have to engage in any kind of dialogue or arguments about what is or what isn't or what we don't even know. But rather, He says that if we can find acceptance of this present moment, the byproducts of that are joy, peace, and love. And I don't know about you, but I need more joy, peace, and love in my everyday life. So I want us to sit together, and I'm going to take that idea that he said and give us 3 affirmations for our quiet time this morning. I'll share the first, and then I'll pause, and let's just sit and reflect and let those words resonate. And then I'll share the next, and then the third. And then we'll use these words to just bathe this day with acceptance. So as you sit, I want you to take a deep breath in and release it. And another. And release it. And just find that slow rhythm and reflect on this affirmation. I choose acceptance and I receive joy. I choose acceptance and I receive peace. I choose acceptance and I receive love. And as you continue to sit and let those effects just wash over you, I also want to just recognize the fact that while I get the beautiful gift of leading these meditation times, they are also for me. And some days I struggle with acceptance just like you, because the thinking and logical side of me just wants to fix things or convince others that it's going to be okay. But rather, I want to spend each moment opening my eyes and reflecting on the beautiful miracles around me that are in the present moment. I want to choose acceptance. And I want to receive joy, peace, and love. And that is my hope for you today. Breathing into the present moment. Find acceptance of what is and what is beautiful around you. And just wait and see and get ready to receive joy, peace, and love. Let's honor the beautiful wisdom of this incredible human that walked this earth for 95 years, trying to live the yogic path of taking care of himself and showing compassion and love to all of those around him. I cannot think of a more beautiful way to honor the wisdom that he's given us than to commit to walking that same path ourselves. Namaste.